Welcome back to another review, this time for the anime Hotel Inhumans, which had 13 episodes and was airing in summer of 2025. And also from any list, the best hotels must meet certain standards, including the finest cuisine, ways to relax and entertainment. Of course, they also need the best selection of weapons, reliable ways to falsify one's identity, and ways to dispose of evidence. In this hotel at the border of death stand two concierges, Ikuru Hoshi and Sara Haizaki. What kinds of requests will the assassins have for them next? So as the synopsis states, we have a hotel that primarily serves assassins. And we have these two concierges, Ikuru on the right and Sara on the left. Now, as an assassin, you can more or less request anything you want. They do everything from the normal hotel stuff, catering, keeping your stuff clean, to maintaining your weapons, getting information, all around that stuff. They do more or less everything. Now, these two characters, we have like a role divide. Sara, which again on the left, she's the brawn, more or less. She's very strong, she's athletic. She is the one that does the physical stuff. Meanwhile, Ikaro on the right, he's doing the smarty stuff, gathering information, calculating stuff, bureaucracy. He's the brains. So we have this little divide. Now, the show is built that every episode, or sometimes a couple episodes, we have a story revolving around one of these assassins that come to the hotel and what they do, what their job is, how they try to fulfill the request, and the consequences or none there from the jobs itself. I found this show pretty interesting. I like the show. I like it more than seemingly other people, which is going to be interesting. But I like the show. I like from the main characters, I like Sara. Sara is awesome. I really like her. Ikuru, not that much my style. He's fine and he's a good contrast to Sara. But you know, I like Sara more. And from the assassins we get introduced to, I like a lot of them. I like their stories. I like how we get to experience their stories, how the stories unfold. I like the show a lot. Now, the animation is not always great, but it is fine in most cases. Some of the scenes are even really good. I'm gonna showcase one of those later. But I really like the show. It is not going to be a funny show. It has a lot of drama. It has a lot of, it's along the lines of criminals. And assassins, they not get a happy end always. So, they are assassins after all. Still, I enjoyed it. I read that we are going to get a season 2, which I'm gonna be excited about. There's not really an overarching story. There's like glimpses of potentially some bigger story. However, it's mostly contained around these stories around the assassins. And, what our concierges have to do for these, guests at their hotel. Some of them bittersweet, some of them sad, some of them may even have a happy ending. Who knows? Now let's see the little scene I picked out. This one was a little bit of a shocker for me, because I was just watching the episode and was like, okay, more or less zoning out, and then was like, wait a second. So here we go. And that's it. I really like that little scene because it caught me off guard. I find this one pretty good. I just like whenever there's a lot of meticulous animation, someone who seemingly cared for what they animated. Naturally, not everything is going to look as good, just as information. But I was in it more for the story itself anyway, because there was some very interesting stuff in here, which if you zoom out in the main context, you are like, can you feel sad about an assassin? But in the moment I was like, you know what? I don't care. I'm gonna be sad. So let's see. Ratings. Annual list 63 to 64%. My anime list 6.73 for only 4,000 votes. To be honest, I wish there were a little bit more. But as you see, people seemed fine with it. Did not seem to hit as well with other people. But for me, I would say it's an 8 out of 10. I would recommend at least trying it, because I enjoyed my time with this one a lot. Again, we have a hotel for assassins and we get to enjoy some, storylines around assassins and a little bit more in depth about assassins, which is nice. Now, this is not a documentary. We don't get like, oh, this is how assassins work. This is not an Oshinoko, what they did for like idol culture. But this one for assassins, this is not the case. Just in case I may have, led you to believe that it's not. But I just like the stories.